This is smart. The window cracks itself, so there's no issues closing.
There was, I know there was issues with Corvettes, because I followed Corvettes for a while, and they had an issue for a little while where, like, the windows didn't do that, so when you closed it, you would really have to slam the door because it was sealed, so the air couldn't get out.
Did this throw you off, only having this for a display?
No, the car actually doesn't come with that. I installed that.
So you would have only had this?
Yeah, so the things that I've done to the car, the spoiler in the back, I put that on, a company sent that to me. This up here, I installed this because I like to have it there, because before it's just this. And I also installed this. So you can like move it up and down and stuff. That doesn't come with the car. I like it facing me. So
so it would have been straight.
Yeah, it's fixed exactly where it is.
Now how do you disconnect? Oh dang, you did that yourself?
Yeah.
Did you have to cut this? Oh, okay.
It's just a special hinge that goes on there. You just have to take it all apart and put the hinge on, and it attached to the regular hinge. If you want to move your seat back, I know you're tall, it's electric on the side. Okay, I thought I was all the way back. No, you got room.
Okay. Okay.
So, like the glove compartment.
What?
You go in here, you open the glove box.
What?
Yeah. And then you, just go ahead and close it. Everything's done through child locks, folding mirrors, you got auto wipers.
What is this?
This
is in there.
No, this is the cameras. So Sentry mode, it takes all the cameras and it makes it pretty much an
alarm?
Yeah, so if anything walks by or bumps the car, it'll go off. So you can check someone keyed your car, and go boop right there, find them, get their face.
What? Now is this, it knows your car information, or is it connected to your phone, saying your name, or is this kind of like?
Now this is my profile for my seat. So you can put a bunch of different drivers on here, and like I have my phone set up. Oh, it's right there. I have my phone set up so it's my key. You can have a key card. So it's like a credit card. You tap it on the side pillar to get in, and then you set it here, and then you just drive. It's a lot easier just to have your phone because you always have your phone. So I have that. So if it recognizes you coming in, it sets all of your preferences up for you. So your seat and everything. So if your wife comes in to drive the car and you have her profile set up, everything will move towards her. So the steering wheel, the mirrors, the seat, everything will move. So you've got the cameras you can look in, the dash cam. I have it set up so where if I honk my horn, it'll take the, kind of like PlayStation where you hit the share button, it takes like the last 15 minutes building up to it. So it's always recording. So if someone cuts you off or there's an accident, I can hit the horn and it's like, oh, I'm gonna start recording now, and the last 15 minutes, just in case you need it for like a police report or something
cool.
crazy. You could, this one's my favorite one. You can actually look at your energy, like your current drive or your trip. You can see how well you're doing, all this stuff, like charging. So if you go to a supercharger,
and you're waiting,
plug it in, because it's not like a fill up that takes like 2-ish minutes. It takes a little bit longer, but it's also about 1,000 times cheaper.
Yeah.
Like at home, I pay 10.5 cents per kilowatt hour, and for this car gets about, a full charge is like 306 miles, a little over 300 miles. So to go from 0 to 100, so a full tank for this car at home charging, maybe $8.
Now if you went to a charging station, you actually have to pay for those? Or some free and some not?
Yeah, so Tesla superchargers, you get free supercharging when you buy it for 6 months. So I still have free supercharging. So my trip to Asheville back was 100% free. You can go to certain chargers. You just have to go on an app. I did it before when I lived in Wilson. Wilson's a small town. There was 3 free chargers. One of them's at a police station. So you go to a police station, plug in your car. You don't have to worry about it getting anything. It's a police station, and then you just like walk into town, come back, and your car's charged. Like I have one pedal driving, so when I'm driving, 99% of the time I don't even touch the brake. So gas or electric accelerator, and then when you come to a stop, you ease up on it, and the car uses that as regenerative braking. So it puts more into the battery. And there's people that are about 150,000 miles in these cars, and the brakes look brand new. Like, you don't use brakes in this car.
What stops the momentum?
It's the, like in a gas powered car, you have engine braking. So you use the gears to kind of like slow yourself down without hitting the brake.
Yeah, kind of like when you have towing on and
yeah,
you
exactly.
do grade braking.
It's very similar here, but you're using the momentum you have, and the motors, it gets put back into the motors and it gets back into the battery. So it's like reverse. So it uses that kinetic energy as you're driving, and it just sucks it back up and it puts it in. It's autopilot, so I don't have the full self-drive anymore, but it still basically drives itself. The only thing is it doesn't change lanes, and it doesn't recognize stop signs and stoplights, but it'll still stay in the lane. Adaptive cruise control.
So if you're on the interstate, you can pretty much chillax.
Yeah.
In whatever lane you pick.
Legally, you have to keep your hand on the vehicle, so this one's, it's not one of the touch-sensitive ones. It would be nice. So all I have to do is just do that. Put some sort of pressure on the steering wheel, and it recognizes my hands there. Or you can just play with the volume or something. As long as it knows your hands are around here.
Oh, so it recognizes that you're not touching it.
Yeah.
Recognize your eyes too, like if you're falling asleep. Will it
That's why I want to cover on this one. If you're looking down at your phone, it'll go. And also, if you're like falling asleep, that one will do it. It gets really annoying. Like if I'm looking at the screen over here, I'm like, oh, see how good I'm doing. I'm on the highway. It's just driving itself. It's like, hey, pay attention to the road. I'm like, I'm looking at the.
Now, let me ask you this. If you're wearing sunglasses, does it not recognize? Is it following your iris movement?
It looks for your eyes. If you're wearing sunglasses, it does the same. It does the same thing as if you cover it. It's like, hey, I can't see it, so I'm just going to put it on the default timer if you're not touching the steering wheel.
Okay. Now, is the car also recording you? Let's say you did get in an accident and you were trying to trick it and you weren't touching the steering wheel. Has a recording of you driving. Does it film your hands, or does it have a report that say, hey, this was...
I don't think this one gets your hand, but if you do try to do any like legal action, which a lot of people do, they're like, they blame Tesla. That's why there was a big lawsuit on the self-driving, and there was a whole big thing about it, lawsuits, and they're like, oh yeah, I wrecked because of self-driving. Tesla's like, we will pull the black box in this car, and it gives you literally every bit of information. And every time they pull the cameras, and it's all the steering inputs and all the button presses and the phone connectivity, it's like, you are not paying attention while driving. In every single case, it's like, it's foul play. It is not the car, because we can tell if it's the car. We have all the data. All right. Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is Wes. He's actually my boss, and this is his first time in my Tesla. So I always ask everyone questions, and the first question is, have you ever been in an electric car?
Never.
Never been in an electric car? Never been in a Tesla?
Today.
Anything? Today, right now. What is the fastest car you've ever been in?
Oh, that's you're testing my memory. I would have to say the fastest I've ever been in a car, I don't know if it was the fastest car I've ever ridden in, was maybe like a 2002 Ford Mustang, college buddy, souped it up, probably have went 90 to 100 miles per hour tops in my lifetime.
So top speed?
Top speed, I can't remember the last time I broke 100.
Oh, okay. So he just took you out like on a freeway run or something.
Probably more legal, like racing at like a college campus, a really rural college campus. So it was a straightaway, kind of gunned it from stop.
Cool. All right. Well, this will be a great experience.
I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, I don't want one after this ride.
You'll want one. Everyone does.
Let's say some idiot were to run out in front of you. Will the car stop itself?
Yeah.
To avoid you.
It has emergency braking, yeah.
That's cool. This is a good turn.
Oh, they just mowed. All right. Hopefully there's no cops. Ready?
Yeah.
3.1 seconds. It's like a rocket ship.
I was not expecting that.
Yeah, it's crazy. And you know how they talk about instant torque for electric vehicles?
Yeah.
And they say that was instant torque. There's no rev ranges, and I'm going 50 now. It just goes. Oh, another one.
Wow.
It's always there. And
Is it always there all the way down to like 20% battery? It's pulling the same power until
it
you're,
does.
like,
It
completely
tapers
in.
off a little bit. Just, you know, because it makes sense. 100% battery is when you're going to get the best results, like the fastest times, like if you really want to push it.
My question, when you just parked, what was that sunset looking thing? Was that showing you that
Oh,
there's
that-
a curb there?
Yeah. So that's saying, oh, you're kind of close to the curb. Like if I come up a little bit more, then it starts to get more red and dark. It's like, hey, bing, bing. And then if you get really close, it's like, bing, like, hey, you're too close.
So is this is recognizing a hard surface. If this was an actual wall, would the red be higher on that?
It'll show a wall. It's showing that because it sees that there's a possible curb. Like when I drive into my driveway, it sees that like my paved driveway and my grass, it sees that there's a difference there. So if I pull in and I'm too close to the grass, it'll have a red line all the way down the side. And it's like, hey, this could be a curb, watch out. And I'm like, no, it's fine.
So
But if you come up to a wall, it's like, oh, that's a wall. Just like it sees cars and stuff. Like it knows.
this is basically running sonar.
Yeah,
the air.
The old ones literally did. The sensors in the front were basically sonar. The ones that they have in here now, for whatever reason, aren't as good as the old ones. But they're still really good.
Potentially, because it reminds me of
It's
like
a mix
fishing
between-
sonar.
Yeah, it's a
because
mixture between those and actual cameras. It's just combined.
Because sonar is very expensive. It's like never reduces in cost. So maybe they say we can get the same result, but spend a little bit less than this better version. Mixing it with the cameras, who knows? But no, that was an awesome experience. I appreciate you taking me out, Josh.
You gonna buy one now?
If I do,
There's
it's
so
really
much
going to
fun.
be up to my wife.
All right, welcome back, everyone. This is another video that I'm doing in the grand old Tesla Model 3, and this time we have my brother, Mr. Jeremiah, and we also have his gorgeous wife, Jessie, and they're going to go for a ride in the Tesla. So, of course, I always start every video with two questions. That first one is, have you ever been in an electric car?
Yes.
And you've been in a
It was oh crap, I just told you this. The Model Y 2021?
newer, 21 Model Y long range.
Yes.
So he's had all the fun in the world in that one because, you know, people take out for Teslas, like exactly what we're doing here. And Jesse, you were in the same one?
Yeah.
So they both have the same experience there. So question number 2, just in general that you remember, what's the fastest car you think you've been in?
It was probably that Tesla had to be on the high side of it.
On the high side.
Because a lot of the other ones, it's been long enough. I don't remember the models. So.
Yeah, I know a lot of people have been in fast cars, but they're like, I rode in it. I'm like, did you have fun in it? Like, did they go on a drag strip? And they're like, I sat in a GTR. Like, that doesn't count.
We had the Camaro on our honeymoon, which we took through California a little bit.
Yeah.
And that one was interesting. I did not like the windows though.
Oh no, I hate they're this big.
Yeah, I was paranoid as all hell. Now, working in a van 9 times out of 10. I'm
Some
used to it.
people like it. I had one friend that said it's like a spaceship.
Yeah.
Like a very small one, but yes. What about you, Jesse?
Probably the Camaro. I don't think our old lemon Mustang could hold up
Oh
to
no,
anything
the
like this.
'90s Mustang.
Do you remember?
Ooh.
You
It
remember
was
that?
2000. I think it was
I think it was a year older than my Saturn.
Was it a V8?
6.
Oh yeah, that was nothing.
It
What
was
kind of
gonna go
Camaro?
slow.
What kind of Camaro?
It was
Like an SS or
I
a?
think it was an SS, and that
Or
would have
a
been around
ZR1.
2000.
2013,
13?
so maybe 2012.
Because I don't think it was it was right after it got popular for like the Transformer movies.
Yeah, so that first gen. If you were in the SS, those things are crazy fast.
Yeah. It was nice enough to drive. The acceleration, everything was pretty cool, but except those windows made me
Yeah.
paranoid.
The blind spots in that car are horrendous.
Oh yeah, driving on the freeway in California, I'm like, I'm gonna die. This is how I die. At least I'm married, but this is how I die.
So you guys were in a 21 Model Y long range, which is all-wheel drive. This is also all-wheel drive. That one does the 0 to 60 in like 4.8 seconds, which is very fast for such a big car. This is basically the same thing, but my car's better, and I've done a few things to it.
Couple
So,
modifications.
ready?
Yep, let's do it.
I'm gonna put my head back so I don't die.
I appreciate that.
60. Head back so I don't die.
I appreciate that.
60.
Yeah. That
My
cares.
brain back there because I felt it.
Yeah.
No, I think mine's back there. There was no headrest in this middle seat. I didn't think it was there.
You just
Quick, are you supposed to have blood in your feet after that? Because
I felt
I think my ears are longer.
yeah, I felt the femorals. They're like, whoa. I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
that gets me every time. And you've been in a Tesla, so you know. But I always get everyone. I'm like, okay, that was insane. And they're like, that was 60 in 3 seconds. 0 to 60, 3 seconds. And they're like, that's insane. That's torque. I'm like, you want to know what torque is? I'm going 50 right now. 50 right now.
That's still at 50.
That is torque right there that will melt your brain already going the speed limit.
That was probably the fastest jump up to a 10 mile an hour jump.
And this is not even the fast. That's why I really want to experience a Model S Plaid, because that's 0 to 60 in 1.9 seconds. That is nuts.
You can probably get there faster, but your brain probably just blacks out.
Yeah, it's like you just straight tunnel vision. He's like, and we're there.
Well, what are you doing? It's called astronaut training. I'm preparing myself for G-force.
That was just warp speed and just blacked out during the whole thing. It's like cryogenic stasis.